Hi, in this episode we're going to take a look at the Last Gun's Apocalyptic wheels, which as the name suggests is an apocalyptic or Mad Max style buggy and a motorbike that normally goes for around $25, currently part of the June sale for 50% off, and the folder size is about 500 megabytes. Going to the overview level, we can see the motorbike up close, the exhaust. Going over to the buggy, this is the change on the front, like blockades and stuff, and side mirrors are rough and not fully metallic, unfortunately. Even the under the vehicle is sort of modeled. This is the interior. Going to the lighting, only view mode. The edges are not beveled, so it's sharp and you can kind of do that. I probably think that it was done to keep the poly level down. But yeah, the modeling is okay. And LED mode, the wireframe, and checking the collisions. I personally do not like the collisions for the bodies. I don't like them to be spheres. These are the folder and the textures. The dimensions, there are 18 4K textures. The buggy base color textures do have unused alpha channel. These are the model. Starting with the bike, we can see that there are no LODs, around 34,000 vertices and 33,000 triangles. And these are the material slots. I wish it was less. These are the rick. I don't know why it's called deprecated bone. This is like the back wheel, the rudder. The handbrakes are also rigged, which is very nice. It's like the suspension and the wheel on the front wheel. The steppers are not rigged or anything. Going over to the buggy, we can see that the vertices count around 98,000 and the triangles around 86,000. These are the material slots, and the glass is only for these parts. This is the rig, and for the interior, only the steering wheel is rigged. However, I think that's not the correct. I mean, it extends way above where it should. Now these are the suspension. I'm only gonna show it for the front left wheel. It's like the other suspension, or yeah, and also the forward left, although it only has the forward left name, but that's the front left wheel. This is the other suspension, or the fifth one. This is for the back. Going to the materials, these are the master materials. There is no customization except for the texture. Going to the physics asset, and looking at the UVs, we can see most parts are indeed repeated or overlapped. I mean, it's a symmetrical model, so it makes sense, but not for all parts. I mean, some parts could have been like divided more or overlapped more, and the same thing goes for the buggy. Some parts are and some parts are not, and I suspect the reason is that the one who made the asset maker decided to have the variation instead of saving the UV space. This is for the interior as well. You can see most parts are overlapped, some are not. So in conclusion, I think the modeling is okay. I wish the edges were beveled. The texturing itself is great. It depicts that post-apocalyptic theme. I do, however, wish that a clean version of the texture was also provided. Some of the parts of the bike are not rigged, like the chain. Some other parts, like the chain on the buggy, so they're just static. And the doors, however, on the buggy are not rigged, so I don't know how would you expect someone to get inside. So I wish that gets fixed. Also, the lights unfortunately do not have a mask texture, so you can't light them individually. Speaking of UVs and materials, the UVs themselves had some overlapping parts. There could have been a better job to save more space, but I guess the author went with a variation instead of saving more space. The side mirrors on the buggy are not smooth and not metallic. It should be. And the steering wheel rotation, as you saw, I think it should be less, but whatever. There is no controller or like a drivable vehicle provided. I mean, nowhere did it say that it is. But so just so you know, if you're planning to buy it. Buggy base color textures that have alpha channel, well, not doing anything. I mean, you can just press the compress without alpha. That should be about it. Hope you enjoyed.